everybody to understand what their role is and how they can help contribute. And I think, like I said, we have a lot of young guys who may not have lined up with me on the field yet. So, that was an opportunity before we even lined up for them to see what kind of person I am, what kind of leader I am, and how I'll go the extra mile to make sure we win each competition. Or the same thing with them, for them to show me how much they're willing to fight and do whatever they need to do for this team to be where we need to be. And not even just my team. You look at some teams that don't even look like they are the best team out there, but they won the championship. So you kind of see the kind of fight and grit in those kind of guys. So I really enjoyed it.
I figure that's coming up.
When you look at building a linebacking core in the offseason, what can you do besides just the conditioning part? What other kind of prep work can you do?
One of the biggest things about playing linebacker is that muscle memory. We do a lot of feet work drills. We do a lot of things with your eyes. Reading keys and figuring out where you're supposed to be on any given play based on what they're running. That's the biggest thing. Once you get that down pat, and you've seen it so many times that it slows down in real time. And that's why those guys are coming along. Coach Gibby does a great job with putting us through those kind of drills, that visual, and getting that feet work down to where when it's actually out there in front of you, you've seen it so many times, you know exactly what to do. And now you can play fast and make plays. And that's been helping those guys a lot. It's been helping me a lot.
This time of year, do you look at more tape of yourself, or do you look at tape of the opposition?
Both. Me personally, I like watching a lot of film. I watch film every day. I critique myself. I'm probably my biggest critic. And then you watch those games and see what you could have done better and see how those teams tried to attack you and figure out how you can adjust to that. So I try to watch everything. It might not even be a team we're playing, and I'll watch it just to see what kind of things people like to do and how people like to attack certain defenses and things like that. So one of my biggest things, I like to watch Arizona. They play a 3-3-5 defense as well. Try to see how teams try to attack them, because a lot of that stuff is creeping into the Big 12.
When you looked at yourself and realized what you wanted to do this offseason, what were the jumps that you wanted to make in your game?
I wanted to play faster. I wanted to make sure I could move a lot better. I felt as though I didn't move the way I needed to last year, so I had to get my body comp together and things like that. Just work on my physical attributes, and the mental will come. You sit there and watch the film every day, and like I said, go through those drills and things. The mental comes. You just want to get that physical together and make sure your body is ready to play every play they're going to need you to play this year.
When you look at the way you play defense and the way Arizona plays defense, what's the biggest difference that you see?
Nothing against them, but we some dogs. That's what we do. We dogs. We gonna sit in the house at you. We gonna force you to make some tough decisions. That's just what we do. That's just our identity.
So, aggressiveness then, I guess, is what you would kind of term that, for lack of a better term?
Yeah, for lack of a better term, I say aggressiveness. No, I don't. Not that I'm, putting them down or anything like that. But that's one of the things we thrive on the most, is that aggressiveness, that viciousness, that dog in you. So if anything separates us from anybody else, that's exactly what it is.
Al, do you find that offenses attack, especially you, differently than any other defensive scheme just because you guys are unique?
I would say so, and that works both ways, because you don't see this defense every week. It is hard to figure out how to attack, and with that being said, you'll watch a film of them playing the 3-4 defense and they won't attack the same way. That's kind of obvious, you know what I'm saying? So you come into every week knowing which scenarios you expect to see and how you think they'll attack, and you just adjust from there. And that's one of the good things about Coach Gibby, man. He's one of the best at adjusting on the fly. You come to the sideline, he'll sit down and get us right in a position of what we need to do. So you definitely see some different ways they'll attack you with this defense.
Do you understand